Once upon a time, in a quiet little farm, there lived a wise old chicken named Henny. She was known for her patience and kindness. One day, while scratching the ground for food, she noticed a single egg nestled in the soft hay. "Oh, my precious little egg," Henny clucked happily. "I will keep you warm and safe." Day and night she sat on the egg, keeping it warm under her soft feathers. The other farm animals teased her. "Why do you waste your time, Henny?" asked the cow. "It's just an egg. You could be out here enjoying the sunshine," said the sheep. But Henny just smiled and continued to care for her egg. Weeks passed, and then, crack! A tiny beak poked through the shell. A little chick chirped and wobbled out. The animals gasped. Oh, it was not just an egg. It was a life waiting to be born. Henny nuzzled her chick. "Everything takes time, patience, and love," she said. And from that day on, the farm animals never doubted the power of patience again. Moral of the story: patience and dedication bring beautiful results, even if others don't see them right away. Once upon a time in the jungle, there lived a tall and gentle giraffe named Ginny. She was kind and always helped her friends. One day, a little rabbit named Roni was playing with his red balloon. He loved it so much that he jumped and ran around with it. But suddenly, a strong wind blew the balloon away, and it got stuck on a tall tree branch. "Oh no! My balloon!" Roni cried. The other animals tried to help. The monkey climbed up, but the branch was too thin. The elephant tried to reach with his trunk, but it wasn't long enough. The birds tried to push it down, but the balloon wouldn't budge. Just then, Ginny the giraffe walked by. "What happened?" she asked. Roni sniffled. "My balloon is stuck, and I can't get it back." Ginny smiled. "Don't worry, I can help." She stretched her long neck, reached up gently, and plucked the balloon from the tree. Then she carefully gave it back to Roni. "Yay! Thank you, Ginny!" Roni cheered. The other animals clapped and cheered for Ginny's kindness. From that day on, everyone in the jungle knew that being kind and using your abilities to help others made the world a better place. Moral of the story: kindness and helping others make us true friends. In a peaceful farm, there lived a mother pig named Penny, and her 3 little piglets, Pip, Pop, and Puddy. They were playful and loved to run around in the mud all day. One day, Penny told her piglets, "Children, always stay close to the farm and never go beyond the fence. There is a deep forest nearby, and it can be dangerous." But the little piglets were curious. "Just a little adventure won't hurt," Pip said. "Let's go explore," Pop cheered. Puddy hesitated but followed his siblings. They squeezed through a small hole in the fence and ran towards the forest. At first, they had fun, but soon they realized they were lost. "Oh no! How do we go back?" Puddy whimpered. Just then, they heard a rustling sound. A big wolf appeared from behind the bushes. "Well, well, what do we have here? 3 little piggies for dinner," the wolf growled. The piglets screamed and ran as fast as they could. They dodged trees and jumped over rocks, but the wolf was catching up. Suddenly, they heard their mother's voice. "Pip, Pop, Puddy, over here!" Penny had noticed they were missing and followed their tracks. She stood bravely in front of the wolf. "Stay away from my children," she said firmly. The wolf, seeing Penny's strong stance, hesitated and then ran away. The piglets hugged their mother, crying. "We are so sorry, Mama," Pip sniffed. "We should have listened to you," Pop added. Penny smiled and said, I love you, but remember, rules are there to keep you safe. Always listen to good advice." From that day on, the piglets never disobeyed their mother's words again. Moral of the story: always listen to your elders. Their advice is for your safety and well-being. Once upon a time, in a quiet forest, there lived a tiny white rabbit named Coco. Coco loved to gaze at the night sky, especially at the big round moon. Every night he would sit on a rock and whisper, "Oh dear moon, you are so bright and beautiful. I wish I could visit you someday." One night, as Coco was admiring the moon, a soft, glowing light surrounded him. "Hello, little one," a gentle voice said. Coco looked around, surprised. "Who's there?" he asked. "It's me, the moon," the voice replied. Coco's eyes widened in wonder. "You can talk?" The moon chuckled. "Of course! I've been watching you every night. You always admire me, so I wanted to say hello." Coco's heart leaped with joy. "Oh, moon! I wish I could come and visit you." The moon thought for a moment. "Well, I have an idea. Close your eyes and make a wish." Coco closed his eyes tightly and wished with all his heart. Suddenly, a silver beam of moonlight wrapped around him, lifting him up, 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 until he landed gently on the soft, glowing surface of the moon. "Wow!" Coco gasped, looking around. The moon's surface was sparkly and smooth. He could see the earth far below, twinkling like a blue marble. He hopped around happily, leaving little footprints in the moon dust. The moon laughed. "I'm glad you're happy, Coco." Coco spent the whole night playing on the moon, jumping high in the low gravity, making star shapes in the dust, and even sliding down little moon craters. As dawn approached, the moon said, "It's time for you to go home now, little one." Coco felt a little sad, but he nodded. "Thank you for the best adventure ever." With another beam of silver light, the moon gently sent Coco back to his forest. As he landed softly on the grass, the first rays of the sun peeked over the horizon. From that night on, Coco always looked up at the moon with a big smile, knowing that they were special friends. And sometimes, just sometimes, he could see a twinkle in the moonlight, like a little wink just for him. In a vast jungle, there lived a kind and gentle elephant named Apu. He was loved by all the animals because he always helped those in need. One day, while walking near a river, Apu heard a loud cry for help. He followed the sound and found a tiger trapped in a hunter's net. The tiger looked at Apu with pleading eyes and said, "Please, kind elephant, help me. The hunters will come soon, and I will be caught." Apu hesitated. He knew tigers were dangerous, but he also believed in helping others, so he used his strong trunk to tear the net and free the tiger. As soon as the tiger was free, he stretched and growled, "Thank you, elephant. But now I am hungry, and you look like a tasty meal." Apu was shocked. "I saved your life. How can you harm me?" The tiger laughed. "I am a tiger, and I must follow my nature." Just then, a clever fox, who had been watching everything, came up with a plan. The fox walked up and said, "Wait! I don't believe this elephant saved you. Show me how you were trapped." The foolish tiger wanted to prove it and jumped back into the net. The clever fox quickly signaled to Apu, who used his trunk to pull the net tight again, trapping the tiger inside. The tiger roared in anger, but this time Apu and the fox walked away, leaving him for the hunters to find. Moral of the story: always be grateful to those who help you. Betraying kindness will lead to trouble.